Hello, distinction learners. In today's lesson, we are going to solve some examination questions on bearings. Okay, so let's go. We have the first question saying the diagram shows the locations of two squares, A and B. Angle SAB is equal to 35 degrees. So this is 35 degrees. And the question is saying find the bearing of B from A. Okay, so remember, we want to find the bearing of B from A. The word from is used to show where we do our measuring. So we go at point A. In this case, okay, there we are on point A, and the nothing was was done on our part, which is very simple. So we are moving from A going to point B in a clockwise direction. So we are moving like this. This is where my A is. My B is where? Here. This is B. So I want to find this angle. Okay? I'll name this as angle what? X degrees. But if you recall very well from those concepts, okay? So the whole of this angle, okay? This is a line, isn't it? A straight line. The whole of this angle is making what? 180 degrees. Therefore, to find this, we are going to say x degrees plus 3. This is 35, sorry, and this is basically is equal to 180. X degrees is equal to 180 degrees minus 35. Okay, so this is 35. When this 35 shifts the equal sign, the sign will change from positive to a negative. So that's where the minus is coming in. Therefore, okay, so 0, that is 5. Okay, so 5, that this becomes 7, this 10, this becomes 5, 7 by 3, okay, 7 minus that is 4, and that is 1, and you should be able to get 145 degrees. So the bearing of B from A, the answer is 145 degrees. Okay, great. So that's how we solve. Next, the bearing of village A from village B is 155 degrees. Wow, okay, as shown in the diagram. So this is the diagram, and the question is saying find the bearing of village B from village A. Okay, so find the bearing of village B from village A. The word from is used to show where we do a measuring. We're supposed to do a measuring at village A. Okay, great. So, okay. So we'll go at A. This is where our A is. We'll draw a nothing. Okay, we'll draw a nothing like that. This is our nothing. And you want to move from A to B. Great. And this is the angle that you are looking for. So the whole of this angle, I'll name it as x degrees. Okay. So now, there are so many ways one can be able to solve this, yeah. There are so many ways. So if you look at this, this is 150. Okay. So two alternating angles are equal. Remember this. It's like this. Okay, it's making like is it more than it's like this angle and that angle, they are the same. Meaning, if this is 155, meaning this is also what? 155 degrees. So from here up to this point, this is 155. But since this is straight, okay, and the angles on a straight line, they add up to 180. So if I were to add, the whole of this is 180. From there up to, this point, this is 155. So the summation or the total for this angle which I'm looking for, x degrees, I can say this is basically 155 plus, okay, 180, like that, degrees. So what am I going to get? This is 5. 8 plus 5 is what? This is 13. Okay. So we are going to have 3. Carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 1 plus that. This is what? 3. Okay. So the answer is 335 degrees. So the bearing of village B from village A is 335 degrees. Okay, if you don't want to use that method, there are so many ways of killing a rat. There are so many ways. Okay, so basically how you can do it is that you can start by first finding this angle by simply saying angles on a straight line add up to 180. This angle plus that angle, when you sum up, they're supposed to give you 180. You can say 180 minus 155 like that degrees. Okay, this becomes 7. This is 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. Okay, that is 0. So this is 25. So the whole of this angle is 25 degrees. But as what we want is this. Okay, so this is the x degrees. So if I were to combine this, I'm making a complete revolution. So for me to be able to find this x degrees angle which I'm looking for, I can say x degrees is nothing but equal to 360 minus a 20 what? A 25, like that. Okay, and I should be able to get 335 degrees. So if you want, you can solve in that way. There are so many ways, guys. So many ways. Great. Now let us look at the third question coming from this is 2025 Gce Mathematics paper 1. Okay, question 17, and the question reads: the diagram shows 3 points O, P, and Q on level ground. OPQ is an equilateral triangle, and the bearing of Q from P is 135 degrees. Great. Okay, find the bearing of P from O. Great. So before we can be able to answer this question, first we're supposed to understand the question. So according to the question, is saying we have a what? Equilateral triangle. Okay, so one should be able to understand what they mean when they say equilateral triangle. So an equilateral triangle is a triangle such that all the length, they are the same, and the interior angle should add up to 60 degrees, meaning the interior angles should be able to add up to 60 degrees. Okay, so all the length from O to P, they are the same. That's basically the definition of an equilateral triangle. It's very important for you to understand the question, because that will help you to solve the given problem. Great. So we've defined what an equilateral triangle is, and we are now supposed to solve the first question. Rather, we can solve the first question. Find the bearing of P from O. So remember, the word from is used to show where we do our measuring. So P from O, we are supposed to go at point what? Point O. So in this case, let's see the point. So our point O is this one. Okay, so this point O, okay, we will draw a nothing at point O. Okay, so the nothing was already done for us. Okay, we're supposed to feel happy about that one. So, and we are supposed to move, we are moving from O to what? To P. So from O to P, where is our P? This is P. So we are moving like this. Wow. So we want to find this angle here. This angle. I will name it as x degrees. We want to find this angle. Okay? We want to find this angle. How can we be able to find this angle? This is very simple. Okay? There are so many ways. Look, this is 135. This is 60. Okay? So me, what I can do is I can find this angle. Okay? Once I find this angle will help me to find the angle that I'm looking for. How? By simply saying angles on a straight line, they add up to 180. So I'll say 180 minus whatever angle that I'm going to get here. I should be able to get this what? This angle which I'm looking for. Great. So now, look at this. This is the angle which I'm looking for. I'll name this angle as I can assign it any letter. Okay, any letter that I want. So I can name it as W degrees. Therefore, the whole of this is making 360. But I want to find this, isn't it? So I'll say my W angle plus 135 degrees plus my 60. This should be able to give me 360. So I'll say W degrees is equal to, okay? So 135 plus 60 should be able to get, okay, 195 degrees, which is equal to 360. And okay, this should be 360 minus 195. W degrees is equal to, this is 360 minus 195. So this is 0, okay? 0 minus 5, this becomes 5. This 10 minus 5, that is 5. 5 minus, a 9, okay? So this becomes a what? A 2. This becomes 15. Why am I doing this instead of going direct to the answer? Because this is paper 1. So it's very important for one to know how you can be able to to find the what? The sum between that and that. Otherwise, I would have just gone direct to the answer. But for the sake of learning, you're supposed to know how to do it. So I'll repeat this process. Okay? Great. So I want to find the difference between 360 and what? 195. So this is 360 for the sake of learning minus a 195, like that. So okay, 0 minus 5. So this becomes what? 5. It can. So we get 1 from 6. Okay, this is 5. Okay, this becomes 2. This becomes what? 15. We get 1 from 3. 15 minus 9. We should be able to get a 6. 2 minus 1 is just 1. So it's easy. 165 degrees, like that. Okay. So this is the angle, my 165. But okay, this is not the final answer. Me, I want to find this. Okay. So for me to find this, what am I supposed to say? I'll say angles on a straight line that add up to what? Add up to 180. So I'll say my x degrees plus this angle, which is 165 degrees, should add up to 180. X degrees is equal to 180 minus 165. Okay? Great. And you should be able to get, if you find the difference between 180 and 165, and for the sake of learning, 180 minus 165. Okay, so this becomes 7. This is 10. 10 minus 5, this becomes 5. Okay, then 7 minus 6, this becomes what? So this is 15 degrees. Okay, so the whole of this angle is just 15 degrees. But remember, we have want to find the bearing. Therefore, what should be the answer? So the bearing from P, the bearing of P from Q is not 15 degrees, but rather 0.15 degrees. Remember, bearings are always indicated using 3 digits. Yes. So the answer is what? 0.15 degrees. Let us look at B. Okay. Let us look at B. Let us look at B. Let us look at B. So for B, we want to find the bearing of what? O from Q. So we go at point Q. Remember, the word from is used to show where we do measuring. We go at Q, which is this point. Okay. which is in this point. Okay, so now we draw another. We are supposed to move from Q to O. So we move like this, going to which one? This one, like that. Okay. So if you look at this angle, okay, this angle is this is 60. Okay, meaning if I were to cut this, the angle there and the angle here, they are the same. This is 15 degrees, like that. Okay, but the whole of this is 60. I can say 60 minus 15. Okay, and what am I going to have? I'm going to have 45 degrees. Meaning this is 45 degrees. Then my angle here, this angle, whatever that I have here, and the angle there, it should be what? The same. So this becomes 45 degrees. Okay? Or if I don't want to do that, what I can do is that, since I want to find this angle, for me to find this angle, I can say angles on a straight line, they add up to what? 180. So if this is 135, so I'm supposed to say 180 minus 135 degrees. Okay, this is 8, this becomes 7, this becomes 10. 10 minus that, this becomes 5. 7 minus 3, this becomes 4. That is 0. You still get what? 45 degrees. Remember, you want to find this angle. Okay, you want to find which one? This angle. I will name this angle as x degrees. Okay, so for me to be able to find this angle, if this is making a complete revolution, which should add up to what? 360. So what am I going to have? I will say x degrees plus 45 plus 60 is equal to 360. X degrees plus 45 plus that, this is supposed to be 105. 45 plus 60, then I'll get 360. X degrees is equal to 360 minus 105 degrees. X degrees is equal to, for the sake of learning, remember, no calculator. Okay, so this becomes 5, 10, this is 5, this is 5, this is 2, 3, yes. So, and this is 255, okay? Great, so you should confirm that you get 255. Therefore, the bearing of what? O from Q is what? 255 degrees. Like that. So, that's how you should be able to, to solve here. So, make sure for more videos, share this video, subscribe, and most importantly, don't forget to like the video. Thank you so very much for your attention.